It finally got cold this winter, and we definitely churned through some firewood this week. You can see that rack behind me, totally empty. That's 4 feet high, 8 feet wide. We burned all of that, plus there was a little bit on the floor in front of it in this past week. I do have a day's worth of wood in the house, but we've got to get some more over here. There's some other projects I would like to do today too, if I can get the tractor going. It's about 7 degrees outside right now, and that diesel engine might be a little bit of a beast to start. So if you want to run a diesel engine in the cold temperatures, the first thing to make sure you do is treat your fuel. Now I'm using this Power Service diesel fuel supplement and cetane boost winterizer anti-gel additive. You can't put this in once it's already cold. You have to just run this through all the time so that it's through the injector pump and all the way through into the engine. The next factor in making sure your diesel's going to start in the cold is making sure that your battery is in good condition and well maintained. I happen to know that mine's a little weak. It's been a little weak for a couple of years. And so if anything prevents me from starting this tractor today, it's probably going to be that battery. Because with a diesel engine, you need to be able to run your glow plugs, and then you need to have enough energy to also crank your engine over. Another factor that can help get a diesel engine going in the cold is a block heater. This Ford 1700 tractor is equipped with a block heater, but unfortunately the cord is a little frayed, so I'm not able to use it. But we're gonna go ahead and go for broke. I'm gonna run the glow plugs for a full cycle and then just see if we can crank. We'll give her several minutes to warm up here, probably actually close to 10 before we try and go out and do any work. Now the next thing about the cold is if you're going to be running your chainsaw in the cold, you want to make sure that it is set up for that. So saws can be different, but on this Stihl MS261c, we've got this little orange plate right in here. And on the side here, there's a spot to pop it out. So let me get the scrunch and do that. And what I need to do is flip it around, and we'll see what that does. You just get right in the end there, slip that out. And what we see is that there's a hole here on the other side. So what we do is we just flip that around and slip it in. You'll notice here, you see the arrows? It's showing put the solid side in for summer in the sun. And right by my finger there, there's a snowflake. There's another arrow. We put the open side in for the winter. So we just push this in. Now we're set. There's an opening here that's gonna let air from around the cylinder assembly come in here and warm the carburetor and the air intake when the engine's running. that is a weekly chore complete. Now we can get on to the fun. Next up today, burning a brush pile. With snow on the ground, we can do that without a permit. So this is the time of year when I like to get rid of all of my brush piles. We'll let this go for a while, and then as it burns down, we'll push it up with the tractor so that we can get everything really burned up. Okay, so while we have that fire going, we got this cluster of red maples here. Obviously, those two that are hung up like that, they're not even any good and definitely not safe to deal with. But you see that one trunk there is more recently snapped. That is right here. And so I'm gonna cut this up and take any wood out of it that's good. Now that we've got the tractor back here. Needed that ground to freeze up. I was still surprised, even though it's been below freezing every day, even for daytime highs for a week now, there's still some soft spots. But anyway, we're here. We'll cut this up and get it out of the woods. Well, that was close. I was a little worried there we weren't going to get it all on. We did get it all on, but it is going to be a nice, slow trek out of here in low gear, because I don't want this flopping around and dropping off any pieces or any of my tools. Let's get this back up by the wood pile, unload it, and then go back to our burn pile and check it. Well, this is nicely burned down. We'll throw some of these ends in and let them burn up. And that's probably all the consolidation we need to do with this one. Not bad. Well, this fire consolidated nicely. We'll let it burn down, probably come back, maybe consolidate it one more time. Otherwise, this has been very effective at getting rid of our brush. In the end, pretty good for a Saturday of chores and some outdoor fun.